Hi there, I'm Jon Dec, and I'm the owner, founder, and brewmaster of Southern Sky Brewing Company. We are located in Kennesaw, Georgia, off of North Roberts Road, right off of Old 41. I first started homebrewing with a few friends back in 2007, and in 2009, my very first all-grain beer was the Schwarzschild Porter, which you can find today. Southern Sky Brewing Company was founded in 2012, and we sold our very first beer in November of 2015. We are now 2 years old. As an engineering student at Georgia Tech, I was very interested in all the intricacies of brewing my own beer at home. So I decided to start up with a couple of friends in college, and I wanted to make something that was a little bit out there and not something that was on your standard market back in 2007. My inspirations came from all the beer coming from out of the state, such as Dogfish Head or Cigar City and all those, and I wanted to make something special of my own. Southern Sky Brewing Company is 100% family owned. I am the majority owner, and I like to make the decisions. I like to keep it that way so that I have more flexibility to do what I want and to make the kind of brews that I want at the same time. Back in 2015, when we first opened up, I was a one-man show, and it wasn't until a couple months later that I hired my first head brewer. Nowadays, we are 6 people strong, and we are still a very bare-bones, grassroots, confident company, and it took a lot of friends and a lot of support to get to this point. Our brew house is 7 barrels. This basically gives us enough flexibility to make specialty stuff and on a smaller scale, but at the same time to produce enough to actually become a successful business. In Georgia, the environment's very hard, so you have to play that delicate balance of being large enough to satisfy the market, but not too large that you run yourself out of money. Right now, we have 3 core brands. We have the Killjoy Kolsch, we have the Aperture Pale Ale, and the One Up IPA. We have 2 rotating 6-month seasonals. During the summer, the warmer months, we have our Son of Icarus Berliner Weiss, and then during the colder months, we have our Schwarzschild Porter. We will have 4 quarterly seasonals and then 6 or 7 limited releases every year. In our tasting room, the very first year that we were open, we did about 63 different brews. One advantage of having all the power in the company is that I get the joy of getting to name all of our beers and deciding what they're going to look like and what they're going to taste like. Personally, coming from Georgia Tech, I am a huge gaming nerd. So a lot of my beers are referencing that kind of culture. Also at our tap room in Kennesaw, Georgia, we like to bring an environment that is reflective of our beers and our personalities, a place where you can come, play board games, hang out, and just enjoy yourself for a good evening. Well, thank you for listening. You can find our brews right here at Total Wine & More, and I hope someday that I see you at the brewery. Cheers.